I am so happy that you're able to join us for this extended interview. Make sure to visit theoffbeatlife.com. Again, that's theoffbeatlife.com to get more killer resources. Hey listeners, have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Lucky for you, I have created a new site that will help you learn how to launch, grow, and monetize your own show. I offer one-on-one mentorship programs, and I'm launching an ebook, How to Create a Profitable Podcast, that can help you take your podcast from hobby to profitable business. Visit howtocreateapodcast.com to learn more. Again, that's howtocreateapodcast.com. See you there. Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming back for this extended interview with Eli, where he's going to be sharing with us why taking control can actually slow down progress. Hey Eli, how are you?
I'm good, Debbie. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Before we get to your amazing tips and tricks, can you tell us a little bit about you and why you live an offbeat life?
Yeah, so I really wanted to explore the world and to see what other cultures were like in different places. And I thought the best way to do that would be traveling. So when I started traveling, I thought it was just one trip. And if you've ever traveled before, it's never just one trip, right? And then I just kept going, and it really resonated with me. And then I had the opportunity to create an income and still have this lifestyle of living abroad, of traveling, and still sustaining myself. And it just seemed like a really good choice at the time, and I still think it is.
I really love what we're going to be talking about today because for a lot of us, especially now we're in quarantine, for those of us who are going to be listening to this in the future, you all know what this is feeling like. We feel out of control, right? And right now, specifically, even if you're that type of person, if you're type A, it doesn't feel very good because it feels like you can't really prepare. And when you are preparing, you don't know it's for when. So, this is such a great topic for us to cover right now, Eli, because we get caught up in the things that we want to happen, that we do miss out on a lot of things. And this is a really great exercise to do this right now. So, what can you tell us about slowing down and not being super in control? And it actually can be so much more helpful when we are able to become more flexible.
Yeah, it's hard to do. So we'll start with that. So if anyone's gonna try something like this, just give yourself time to adjust and get used to it, and don't beat yourself up if you can't get into it right away, because it does take conscious effort and practice. But basically, I think traveling is one of the best ways to do it, is because especially traveling to more interesting countries where like everything is out of your control. Like traveling in Southeast Asia, you don't know if the bus is going to be on time, if the ferry is going to be on time, if your flight's still going to be there. I mean, your flight's mostly going to be there. It's not that extreme, but they have like Thai time, Filipino time, and Malaysian time, and everywhere someone's late a certain amount, there's all these cultural differences that don't make sense or won't make sense to you. And you have the choice of either trying to go against that and to push against it, which really isn't going to get you very far, and it's probably just going to stress you out and ruin your day or your week. And what we can do is kind of take a step back and just allow that it is, that not everything is in your control, and you don't want everything to be in control, because it would be overwhelming. Like, if you think about just how your body functions, if you have to control your whole breathing, if you have to control how your digestive system works, like that's already so tiring as it is. But we don't have to do that, and that's a great way to think about stepping back and letting things flow and not getting too caught up, because sometimes when we take control, it slows the process, it hinders it, and we just want to, basically like a roller coaster, you get to the top and then you drop, and then that momentum can carry you all the way around. And if you like roller coasters, it's a lot of fun, sometimes it's really scary. It depends on how you feel about roller coasters.
Well, it can be definitely nerve wracking when you're going up that roller coaster, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, Eli, do you have specific strategies that can actually help us make those steps of trying to be okay with letting go of control? Because that can be a really tough thing, especially for people who are entrepreneurs, who are type A, who are always needing to be on top of things. And especially now, we all feel really upset about it, out of control, and that can take you to this roller coaster emotion that can really lead you down a very dark hole and path. Do you have anything for us to be able to do daily or even once a week that would be really helpful for that?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. First is right now with the quarantine, there's no way around it. It sucks for everyone. It's not a personal thing that everyone's trying to keep you from having a social life. And I think once you realize that, then it's easier. So accepting the circumstances now and just sending love towards whatever it is that you're working with. One of the things that I like to do isn't so much for like letting go, but it's more like future, seeing what you want in the future. It's a little meditation. Do you mind if I share?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we call it 5 minutes for 1,000 hours because it's supposed to be equivalent to 1,000 hours of work. But what it is if you meditate in the morning or not, you just kind of close your eyes and you think about whatever your goal is, or yeah, like whatever your goal is, and then you think about what it would be like when you have it, and then you just stay with that feeling. So I have some financial goals and I have some travel goals. For the travel goals, once I'm able to travel at this resort level, not that I want to every time, but I just like options, right? So once I'm able to travel first class in this resort level, how is that going to make me feel? It's like, oh, for me, that's gonna be so amazing. I'm gonna feel so excited about it. Like I feel like it's gonna be so much fun, and I just stay with those feelings and just close your eyes and just be with those feelings and just sit with it. And then if you have another goal, after a couple of minutes, you can switch to the other goal. Basically, it's having your intention and feeling how it is once you already have your intention fulfilled. And that's huge, especially if you do this every day. Coming out in quarantine life, you come out and you get up in the morning and you do this for 5 minutes, you feel absolutely amazing, and your day is set up and it's perfect. And if you're the type to kind of get distracted and be like, oh, it's raining out, but I need to do some work, or I should probably stop watching Netflix so much, and then come up with your goals, feel how they'll feel once you have them, and just sit with that. And that's my favorite little technique that we're doing right now.
I love that. Getting back to yourself and meditating can really clear so many things that's happening in your head. And I think a lot of you are probably not sleeping well because of everything that's happening, and also because you're thinking too much, whether it's financial or health wise. There's just so many things that are in our heads right now. So I know it may seem like nothing, but those little things that you do can really help throughout all of these things. And obviously, it's not going to solve all of your problems, but if you can just take a little bit of time for yourself to take care of your inner self, would be really helpful as well.
Yeah, definitely not going to solve all your problems, but inner game is huge, especially when now nobody can say they don't really have the time to do something like this, because people have a lot of time. They're locked at home. They don't have to go on commutes and anything like that. It's the perfect time to have self-care and take time for yourself, and really work on your inner game, and getting a solid foundation for whatever it is that you're trying to do, and listing your goals and intentions, and feeling how it feels when you have them. I feel is a valuable use of 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Eli, for giving us all of these awesome tips. And we will definitely start meditating. during this time and after, hopefully.
Yeah, thank you so much, Debbie.
If our listeners want to know more about you, where can they find you?
Instagram is Eli AD. And then if they're interested in more so the meditation stuff, then foreverandflow.com. We got a book coming out soon. And they can always go to our main website, peaceandharmonyco.com, and always send us an email at one of those platforms.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Eli, for speaking with us today. I really appreciate all the tips.
Thank you so much for having me, Debbie.
I hope you enjoyed this extended interview with Eli. Make sure to visit theoffbeatlife.com. Again, that's theoffbeatlife.com to get the full interview where he shares how he was able to build a 6-figure business through email marketing. Thanks for joining me on this extended interview. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on iTunes. We can also chat some more on Facebook at The OB Live. I'll talk to you soon.